Okay, today is August 26, 2013. Let's take a look at the market here. The market's kind of, we're sort of reverse at the latter part of the afternoon. And we have to take precaution on that because it's only not only the market as itself. A lot of people sort of pointed to Kerry's speech regarding to Syria and the Middle East. But you could see that there are some sort of a reversal taking place even before that speech come out, and we'll take a look at a couple of stock that illustrate that that price action. But first, let's take a look at the market here on the S&P 500. We're basically looking for it to come back up to this pivot low here, and you can see that wasn't able to do that. It got up to the 20 EMA, and now it coming back below the 50-day moving average, and also falling below the 618 retracement on the fib. Most likely we could also see the possibility it might come back down and test this particular pivot high, which is somewhere around 1651, 1652 level. And if we take a look at the Dow Jones 30, the Dow Jones 30 wasn't even able to get back up above this level here, this pivot high here that we talked about over the weekend, which is 15,025. And right now it's just kind of coming back down and dip below, stay underneath this 382 Fibonacci retracement level. So certainly the Dow is continue to show sign of weakness. And then if we take a look at the Nasdaq 100, the Nasdaq 100 actually came up and tagged this new closing high on an intraday basis at 3,143, 44, that area. But it did not get up to this intraday high, which is somewhere around 3149.24. But in regardless, you can see that this is a like a shooting star doji, and coming back down to this 618 retracement. So it is not a good sign when you see a market that shoot up and then near the top of the formation and come back down. So these kind of candle usually represent a little bit of a bearish sentiment, and we have to be very careful on that. And that's one of the reasons when I show you some of the stock that we're going to take a look at later on, why I basically close out a lot of the swing long position today. And if we go and take a look at the Russell 2000, the Russell 2000 actually closed slightly up like 0.23. And you can see that it's also a little bit of a shooting star doji here. And it come up to trying to tag up to this this pivot low here, trying to get back up above this pivot low, which is 1040.66. So again, the market seems to be trying to make a little last run, but it's just unable to hold the early morning strength, and gave up in the afternoon. So now let's take a look at the stock that I kind of mentioned over the weekend that we were going to keep a watch on. And the first one is Chesapeake, and you can see here's Chesapeake, and you can see these these shooting star candle here, right? Because I was basically looking for a some sort of a setup to go back in long, but when I see these kind of candle, I'm not even going to consider it anymore until it just come back, consolidate, or go and reset up again. And then also the other one, the silver, the precious metal, is actually making a run on it, especially late afternoon when gold start rallying, because throughout the morning gold was actually down, especially the GLD. Then in the afternoon you can see GLD actually reverse and then start turning green. And you can also see silver is coming up to tag this particular baseline, this pivot high here, which is somewhere around 2354. Then if we take a look at gold, oh, by the way, on the silver, if we keep an eye on this, most likely it's probably will come up and fill this gap here. This gap low is 2517, and I wouldn't be surprised to actually come up and tag this near the 200-day moving average, somewhere around this 2586, which is the the baseline of this descending triangle here. So those are some of the point that level is to keep an eye on for silver. And then you can see gold. Gold actually went above the $1,400 an ounce onto intraday, and you can see that the the GLD, the ETF, is actually coming up, getting up to this point here and try to fill this little gap here. So I wouldn't be surprised that it will tag this 161 extension here, which would be somewhere around that 138 that we talked about in the coming day. And then MGM, I was holding MGM, and again, you could see these kind of doji, the shooting star. So definitely, this is not something that I would like to hold, swing long on, and especially when I have to profit. So essentially, just close out the position and take the profit and wait for another day. And then Tesla, you can see Tesla, although I think the after hour gave a little bump up here, because actually Tesla has a much worse looking shooting star doji than what it print right here on this daily chart, because this one here also covered the after hour. So let me go and take a look at the as we see. Let me go back here. Where am I? Okay, let me get the right chart here. So you can see this. I don't want this. Okay, I think I got my chart all messed up here. Let me see. I should be getting. All right. Let me go and open an intraday chart here on a 30-minute chart for Tesla, and you can see Tesla here. Here it opened up, and then it came up and tagged this close to this 173 level. Right, this 173, and then it starts selling off, and the afternoon, that's when Kerry make his little speech here, right? But if you look at Tesla, it's already sold off, and matter of fact, it filled the opening gap, right? So I was holding long on a Tesla, and when it come down here, start taking profit, scaled out here and have a protective stop somewhere down here. So when it come down, essentially I'm out. Okay, so right now with Tesla, I'm just kind of on the sideline and kind of watching right now to see how it's going to pans out, because it's look like it's a little bit of a reversal here. Because if you take a look at these type of doji, and also come up and tag this 127 extension on the fib, then we look at Krispy Kreme, and here Krispy Kreme is also giving you this shooting star candle. Again, I was holding long here, so today I basically close out the position and just take my money and run. Okay, so definitely I'm not going to wait for it to try to tag up to this upper bound here, or even get to this 25. Then on Facebook I did scale out some, still holding a partial on Facebook, but there is a protective stop that is trailing on it. So right now this position essentially is a risk-free position. I'm just trailing it to see how high you go. Maybe Facebook will come up and tag this level of 43. So I'm basically playing a little bit of a contrarian on Facebook, or in other words, it's independent of what the market does. So that's what I'm playing off of Facebook right now. And then we look at Green Mountain Coffee Roaster. You see here again a little bit of a shooting star, but not as worse as the other one. I did have a long position on it, and earnings is going to come out in the next couple of days, so didn't want to take the risk. I just close out the position as well. And CELG, I was basically looking to get back in on CELG. I said on the weekend, essentially, I got it down here, went long, and it wasn't doing anything, so I sold it and waiting for it to come back up and trigger. Then I would have got in, but with today's action, I didn't even want to consider it, because I don't want to add additional risk, especially this week. It's going to be a slow week anyway. And with such low volume, and with some of the uncertainty going on and some of the headwind, it's just not worth of establishing new position. I would rather just wait until the Labor Day holiday with all the trader coming back, and maybe reassess. Then Netflix is really making a run, but again, it also pulled back. So I'm not in it right now. Basically was looking at to get back in last week. Had a chance to get back in at 274. But I did not take that trigger, so right now I'm just basically kind of wait and see. Maybe it will come down. We establish itself, consolidate down here at the 270 level. But with today's price action and some of the market behavior, definitely don't want to take a high flyer like Netflix and then start gapping down. Same thing with Apple. I did get back in on Apple early in the morning, but didn't do much. And then when it started putting out a shooting star, I basically close out the position with a small loss instead of waiting for tomorrow, possibly over gapping down. So I just don't want to take that risk again. So basically just took a small loss on Apple, and wait for another day. And Google, I did have an order to try to get in on Google early in the morning when it started coming up, but never materialized. And then when it came back down to below this trend line, I essentially yanked the order. And then later on, with the price action for the market, certainly feel like it was the right thing to do. And then Goldman Sachs, we also look at Goldman Sachs again. You see Goldman Sachs printing out these little inverted hammer, which is not a good thing. And with a 50-day moving average and the 20 EMA rolling over. So I wouldn't be surprised in the next couple of days it might break this trend line if the market continues its price behavior as we've seen today. We could see Goldman Sachs might be coming back down to this 148 level. And then the last one is BFA. BFA, I did get in on BFA again. It's just like Apple. Didn't do much and then start pulling back. And the late afternoon, essentially I sold it, take a small loss, and call it a day. So that's basically what it looked like to me. Not saying that everybody should do what I did, but essentially, I did not feel the market is doing what I expected to do. I think it is getting ready for a little bit of a pullback. So good luck to you all.